Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Nanatsu no Taizai, Kamigami no Gekirin, or you could call it the 7 Deadly Sins, Wrath of the Gods on episode 11. This episode right here shows the raid on Conrad, of course, but along with some troubling obstacles for our friends, but except with the help of an ending of this episode. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that our friends, the 7 Deadly Sins, of course, do their raid on Conrad, but not before we get a backstory of someone slaughtering the people at that village one time. And that is to show that it was actually Hellbrum himself because of what he has done, you know. And as the episode continues on with the situation, we have to it that, like, we go back to present time where Meliodas destroys a fake Zeldris, which seems to be a trap. And Melascula would later on capture Meliodas, and Meliodas would try to blast his way out of the Melascula's cocoon by using Hellblaze. But unfortunately for him, it does not work. As for the rest of the sins, they try to look for Meliodas, but the bad thing about this is that they get interrupted by a bunch of undead skeletons. And what makes it worse right now is that let's see here, that Melascula is using Meliodas' destructive negative energy and uses it against the 7 Deadly Sins. Like, you know, she's using his rage and destructive aura whatsoever to increase the skeleton's physical strength and power. And it seems to me, it looks troubling at first, but it looks like to me Diane, King, Merlin seems to take care of him no problem. As for Bon, unfortunately for him, he's unable to do anything at all, which is really pitiful. I mean, you see him getting nibbled down by a bunch of undead skeletons, and Escanor calls him pathetic for actually being mauled down by these weaklings, and Bon's like, yo, don't get too calm-headed, look behind you. And Escanor says, the mighty have the right to be calm and collected. And Escanor uses his magic to easily dispel the skeletons, and Melascula decides to combine all the negative energy into one skeleton to face the Deadly Sins, but unfortunately for her, it does not work and the skeleton blows up. It's because it would not be able to handle the magic power that Meliodas has, and that's the reason, and that kind of power that Meliodas has is the very reason why he is considered to be heir to the Demon King's throne in the first place, you know? But as the episode continues on, while it seems like to me the 7 Deadly Sins are holding their own easily against the skeletons, with the exception of Bon, which is really sad, we see to it, of course, something else comes about, and Merlin tells everyone to, keep your consciousness in check, because someone's going to try to take over your body or mind. But it's too late for Diane, and it looks like to me she's crying out blood tears out of her eyes and says, can I kill him now? And it looks like to me some evil spirits or something, or souls somehow got to Diane's mind or body and is using it for themselves and causing damage to some of the 7 Deadly Sins. She ends up punching King while he tries to defend Diane, saying, we can't beat her like this. You understand that there's some evil souls right inside her heart, and even though we beat her down, it's not going to make them go away, and King gets hit by Diane, who is being controlled. And we see to it that Escanor gives a punch to Diane, but unfortunately that doesn't affect her, and tries to hit Escanor, and Escanor goes like, well, that doesn't work. And we see to it that Gotha decides to use Invasion to enter Diane's mind, and realizes that Diane, in full guilt of what she's done, and now Elizabeth is going to be cursed and she's about to die in a couple of days, they are taking advantage of that to make her lose her body and mind and causing pain and misery to her friends. Gotha tries to save Diane, but unfortunately for him, he gets blasted out of her mind, and we have to it that she's still causing damage right now, and Elaine realizes something bad is happening right now and says, come on, I need to go help him out right now. And Elizabeth, who's awakened, says, here, let me help you out, etc., you know? And we see to it, of course, that Gotha tries to tell the spirits to get out of his friend's body because it's not yours to do. And we see to it that the spirits are taunting them by using Diane's heavy hammer and made her hit herself multiple times. And I'm like, what the heck, you little... And of course, Bond tries to stop him by using Snatch, but unfortunately that doesn't work. And we see too that Hellbrum decides to sacrifice himself, who is in the helmet of the helmet of King's, who is in King's helmet, of course. Well, the helmet that Hellbrum gives to King, you know what I'm talking about. Hellbrum introduces himself and says, "I'm the one you want. I'm the one that killed you guys, with no remorse here and there. You should take all your anger and rage and go towards me." And we see to it that the spirits in Diane's body crushes the helmet, and Hellbrum says his last words to King before he gets crushed and possibly goes into the afterlife. Says, "You know, King, I'm real sorry about this, man. Hope you make your giant girl happy." And later on, crushes the helmet, but it doesn't seem to be enough, and the spirit's about to cause more pain and misery for Diane. But we see to it that Elizabeth shows up and puts them at peace when she uses some kind of spell, a magic ability of hers, and manages to cast them out of Diane's mind and body. And we see to it that Diane asks Elizabeth, why do you save a person like me? And Elizabeth says, "Why not? Isn't that what a friend does? I mean, when they're in trouble." And we have to it that Diane ends up crying tears of joy and sadness at the same time, despite what has happened. Preview of next episode. It looks like to me things are about to get a little bit heated up. But I can tell you this: I really hope Studio Dean does not mess up the upcoming event that I'm looking forward to. I mean, a lot of you manga readers know what I'm talking about, but since it's Studio Dean here and there, we already got a nasty feeling in our gut that it may not go so well. That much I can say. I don't mean to be a total jerk about it, but I'm just speaking out my own opinion, because after what's been happening with this series in general. Well, in terms of pretty colors and hard work detailed in terms of art here and there, I guess it doesn't matter as long as they can do it right. But sometimes certain scenes when you look forward to may not go out the way you want it to. So guess we'll have to find out, okay? So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!